Hi, my name is Felix. I'm CEO of Shine, and I'm really excited to be here for two reasons today. This is my fourth time, I think, at Ecosummit, both in London and here, and it's always great to be here, and it's great to see how it has developed over the years and how this is such a great and grown-up technology and sort of energy event right now. But mostly, it's quite special today because we've decided to open an office in Berlin just a few weeks ago, and today, for the first time ever, I've got my whole team here. So can everybody from Shine please quickly stand up and say hello? So that's great. So thank you very much. I want to talk very briefly about Shine and what we want to do. So at Shine we have a vision. We believe that energy will be there in abundance, decentrally produced, and just like Thomas Bill just said, there will be no value creation in producing it, transporting it, selling it. The only value creation will be in actually managing where the energy is at what time and being behind this. So if you look at sort of how we see the future to develop, you see there used to be power plants who powered everyone, and over time we moved to a lot of photovoltaics, we moved to combined heat power systems, we moved to batteries now. We saw yesterday with Christoph from Sonnen how all this is developing so fast and so well, and we just saw the costs of everything coming down. So I think we can really very soon get to something where we talk about interconnected systems, where we have power in abundance, and the interesting thing will be how to connect all this power together. And we've seen that before. I mean, we've seen in history, we went from sort of mainframe computers with almost no memory, very little computing power. We went through desktop computers. Even just a few years ago, in the year 2000, we had laptops that ran on a couple hundred megabytes of storage capacity. Now we've got on our mobile phones gigabytes and gigabytes. But the most important thing is here the connectivity of those devices. So what really brought us forward was not having a bigger computer or a stronger computer. What really made our lives so different was all our devices talking together and being connected, which goes exactly into what we heard before and heard throughout the days, that the sort of connectivity of devices, I think, will make the future difference. So what does that mean for energy? A couple of years ago, 15 years ago only, we had, I think, about 500 power plants in a country like Germany powering all 40 million households. Just now, we've got already 1.5 million of those devices powering all these households. So that's huge, fundamental change. With those 500 power plants, you could call them up and just tell them what to do, and there were actual people taking decisions. Already with 1.5 million, we can't do it. We just heard about 50 billion new species who sort of live on this planet. Of course, you can't call those guys up. You need algorithms, you need automatic interaction and how to communicate with this. And this is this is where we are now. We've got a lot of conventional power capacity still left in a country like Germany. We built towards that a lot of renewable capacity, but it's at the moment not properly used. You know, we have a lot of times when there's more power produced than we need, and then a lot of times we don't have enough. But actually, something I heard yesterday in one of the discussions here is that if we would only put 1%. If we only put a solar capacity fall, which efficiency of about 1% to all buildings in Germany, we would already produce 6,000 gigawatts of capacity, which would then be very easy to sort of fill the gap and have enough power. So the abundance of energy, I think, is something that we can really see happening. But then what's the main solution to this? What's the main important thing to do? It's connecting people. It's connecting households, connecting consumers to make sure that they can actually profit from all of this. So what do we do? What does Shine do in this? We don't believe that we can build the best battery or build the best kind of solar array or something, but what we believe is that we can be about the people. We can be somebody who goes in, understands the needs of the people, helps them with their power choices. It's a really complicated new world. There are all these things happening, but we can go in there and be the partner of the consumer, partner of you guys at your house, and tell you what's the next best thing for you. Shall I buy a solar thing? Shall I sort of buy a battery for my basement? And we can be really your partner because we don't want to sell the battery. So we have no incentive to sort of make it look good for you. because we are your partner, we want your money, of course, for that, so we actually want to be paid by the consumers, by the clients, but that's going to be very little money. So we'll be your partner in this. We already have products in the market where we do optimization of household energy production, where we go out and sort of optimize your micro-CHP in the basement, we optimize your solar array with your consumption, so that's all happening. We actually at the moment sell power to people as well. We have a product where we combine this with power sales, and very soon we go out with something called Shine Select, where we help you take the next step in your own personal energy transition. Would that be getting your heating system changed? Would that be getting a solar array on your roof? Or maybe it's just sort of going to a different power provider because it's just better and cheaper for you. So what we believe in is sort of, after that, giving new use cases to people, thinking about power to peer-to-peer people, people powering people, neighborhood power, thinking about how to integrate community storage, how to financially structure all of this. So all very complicated things. We've got a lot of great people who know a lot about this. We're going to try to bring that to you. And then in the end, we have things like proper peer-to-peer trading, where we actually trade in a balancing group kind of way. Finally, we might have the opportunity with all that data to charge grids at what they really cost. At the moment, we pay per kilowatt hour, which is a silly way of paying for something which has only infrastructure costs. So that I think will change, and maybe in the future we can even do automatic balancing, so we always make sure there's the same amount of power going in and out of the grid. So I'm just going to skip to the end here. I think we're working with that with a lot of partners. We are sort of at the initial stages of this. We are building up our team. I think even last week we hired 4 software developers alone. So I'm very excited to be able to kind of be part of this and to drive forward this kind of energy revolution even more, and do that with the consumer, with you, with the people who count in this. Thank you very much.